Right, if we focus on the next game, Manchester City away, I am so bored of playing Manchester City this season, genuinely. Look, we have had a win over them. It came at St James's Park. Let's not talk about the League Cup semi-final. But look, Jack, I mean, Newcastle come into this off the back of 3 away wins on the spin. It feels like a very different context even to that especially that away game in the League Cup semi-final. Is there a world where they can come into this with a bit more confidence?
Definitely going with confidence. And not even if you go back to the second leg of the semi-final, I know we were 3-0 down pretty quickly, but actually we had a lot of chances in the game. Like, caused them a lot of problems. There was, huge misses from, Visser, Alanga, Gordon. They all missed big opportunities across the tide. You know what I mean? So I thought that the way we approached the game was right. It was just like you could tell the confidence wasn't there. It was what have you. So look, we go into this with a lot more confidence. I'll tell you who will be absolutely desperate for us to win: Arsenal. Arsenal fans will be tuned in and hoping that we can get our first ever Premier League win at the Etihad, which is absolutely ridiculous considering they moved in 2003 and it wasn't even the Etihad for a few years. They weren't even owned by the Middle East takeover, and we couldn't win then. So you've got to end it at some point. I don't know if we're going to end it at the weekend, but I do want to go there, and it's not a free hit, by the way. Like, we are 10th in the league, and like, if you look at how close the table is, so Spurs are on 29 points, and then Liverpool in 6th are all on 42 points. So a few wins and we're back up there again, and we're back in the European race. So
the stakes for City, though, are so high.
They are. The stakes for City are so high.
The Arsenal cock-up has meant that they're going to be so on it against us. They're going to treat it like one of their biggest games of the season.
Yeah. But I also think, I mean, we made this point a bit earlier, I think the fact that Newcastle are 6-1 up from that first leg against Karabakh is so helpful, because it just means you can throw much more at this game than maybe if you were prioritising that home leg against Karabakh and you really needed to win. It means that, like you say, Jack, it's not a free hit. It's a huge game in the Premier League, and it is good that they are heading into it with a bit more confidence. And we'll see how they get on. I mean, I've just got to ask you guys, what was your reaction when you saw that Newcastle drew Manchester City at home in the FA Cup?
Deflated, to be honest, because we do really, by and large, find it a struggle against them. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be at least 1 and 2 games where Newcastle have beaten them, which is...
That's unbelievable.
Gives me a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, it was great back in the 60s.
But no, I was disappointed, I've got to say.
When you saw some of the other ties, Mansfield got Arsenal.
I know.
Like, I mean, come on. Like,
but I mean, there was an argument, and people trying to spin it. You got to play them at some point, and you'd rather play them at home than at their place or at Wembley. And that is a fair point.
It's a fair point, and equally the FA Cup won't be their priority. They know after Arsenal they're dropping points now. Against Wolves, they know they are well in that title race. It's in their hands essentially. If they win a game and then they beat Arsenal at the Etihad, they're 1 point ahead. So essentially, like, that's me the focus. The Champions League as well. They're the big trophies for Pep. That's what I care about. I think he will rotate, but the thing is, their rotated team's still ridiculous.
Very good. Yeah.
But look, that one at home is different. It is an opportunity to get through, and if we did get through that again, I mean, what draws we've had, by the way, in the FA Cup. Played 3 Premier League teams. What's that about? Bournemouth in the third round.
And hold on, this weekend, Semenyo and Gahey, they can play, can't they?
Yeah.
They're allowed to play. Yeah, the rules are clear on that one. Fine. Right, now it's time for our bet builder with BetMGM. Remember, you can download the app or head to betmgm.co.uk. Guys, I'm going to stay positive with this one. I'm going to go for Newcastle win.
So for the first time in Premier League history. Yeah,
the records have got to be broken,
It's got to be broken.
They've got to be broken, and they've had 3 away wins in a row. It's going to continue. They've just smashed Karabakh. So I'm going to go for Newcastle win. What are you going for, Jack?
Yeah, so obviously we have picked up the last few games, but we have conceded in every game. So I think we'll definitely concede. But I'm going to go for both teams to score.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, classic negative Jack. They're going to score.
But I'm with him in that there'll be plenty going on. Both teams can be vulnerable, but they can score as well. So goals in each half, definitely. A goal in each half.
A goal in each half. It's going to be a good game then. Looking forward to it. And like you say, there will be a few Arsenal fans, won't there?
There will be.
Keenly watching that and finally, talking nicely about us probably because they are obsessed with Newcastle at times.